Hello, everyone. Welcome to Data Science, AI, and Cloud Sunday. My name is Pablo. I am a Google developer expert, a data scientist, an aspiring data engineer, cloud engineer. I am also a curriculum consultant, instructional design, um, I am into instructional designs. I am also data science instructor at All School Africa, and I build communities, especially around data science, AI, and cloud. And today's session is super important because, and for the folks who are here, who are new, Data Science, AI, and Cloud Sundays is a virtual session and a virtual community, super huge for folks who are building their data science skills, their AI skills, and cloud skills. Data Science, AI, and Cloud Sunday started 6th of October 2022, but we've been here going from data science, and then eventually AI and cloud service comes through. Today, this session is always brought to you by Collab Innovation Hub. Is the first innovation hub in northern Nigeria. We are building a tech ecosystem in Nigeria, Kaduna City, Nigeria. We leverage on a lot of pillars, from jobs, community, talent pipeline, policies, programs, labs, funding, startups, and community is one huge aspect of what we do. And so that's one part of it, right? Second, it is also brought to you by GDG Cloud Kaduna, bringing developers together, data scientists, everybody who has to learn and develop themselves using the Google Cloud, Cloud AI, and cloud services, and all the services that makes it scale. All right, and then finally, if you look at the back, I have the Data Science, AI, Cloud Mentor Accelerated Learning Platform by Function-Based. Function-Based is super interested in ensuring that you learn stuff in a manner that makes you plug into the future world. So, yes, so that's what we have going on today. Today's session, we have been having a lot of sessions around data science, AI, and cloud. And today's session is we are building fast. We are building fast with AI. So in the sessions we're going to be having, we are going to be building. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be building. The idea is that over time, we get to demo the things we've built, and we get to see what we've built go from what's been in our head to an infrastructure on a Google Cloud or a Google service. Then we deploy and we ship, and then go on to make it a product, right? Sorry guys, if you notice I'm shouting, there's a lot of noise out here, but yeah. So the idea is for us to build, and starting May, we're going to be building. All right, so if you're just joining us, please add your email address in the in-call message area. And also, if you've received your credits, please let me know if you have. And yeah, so if you just joined us, please add your email address and just your info message so you can just have access to $5 credits, right? And I'll share my screen in a bit. I will be sharing the screen. Okay. One of the first things I like to do a bunch of things. Shino is in the info message area. Please, he'll drop some information. If you want to join our AI cloud community, please feel free to do so. I'll drop a few things for us to pick up. First things first, skills.google. Look, I'll encourage anybody to jump in on skills.google and build yourself foundational skills using foundational Google Cloud skills. So I've dropped the link here. That's one. Also, if you have access to if you have access to the I dropped the cloud credit link, then you would also have access to the Google Cloud Console. If you don't, I would encourage you to sign up on the Google Cloud Console, use the Google Cloud Console to experiment. I did, and I like what I see. That's that. Also, if you're learning data science, pull up the Google AI cloud-powered Jupyter notebook. See that? Really great. I'll share this too. Okay. All right. There's so much stones hidden everywhere. If you're just joining us, please you can share your email address in the in-call message area so that we can get access to the credits we have for today. So yes, so this is also one. What else? What am I going to share? Just a second. Hi guys, sorry for that. If you're in the Canada City area, you'll definitely go and be sure that you don't have your car outside. All right. It's raining stones everywhere. It's hail. All right. Sorry for that. Shino, Raimi, I hope you guys are all right. And if you live in Kaduna, I hope you guys are good. Right. So guys, let me share my screen again. So I was talking about the few things that we could pick up. And if you're in this section, please check out the info message area. You'll find that I have the link to try GTP credits. Please just add your email address there so I can add you to it. And so what I did was I shared a few things. I shared a few things that would help us learn. And so let's just get started. Apologies, I just get distracted a bit because of the weather conditions. Right. All right. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be building, and what I'm going to introduce for our today's session is AI studios. Right. That's what I'm going to introduce today. We're going to introduce AI studios. Now, with the AI studios, it makes it really easy for you to build fast with AI, which is typically what we're doing today. Right, so what I'm going to have us do is to iterate through a few things and then get started. I would appreciate it if you can get your AI studio started, and also also set up your keys. If you can get your API key over here, and we can also ensure that your API key is connected to it's already paid. Your key connected to a payment facility, and if it's connected to the payment facility, just like I have over here, it is connected to this. Just so you know, let me see if I can show you guys that. Right. So I'll first off, let me drop this here in the in-call message area, AI Studio. That's what we're going to be using, AI Studio. Again, if you're just joining us, please drop your email in the in-call message area so I can add you so you have access to the Try GCP credits. So just a second, I'll be with you guys. I'll be with you guys in a bit. All right, so typically the question that might hit you is basically to ask, okay, what is AI Studio? Well, AI Studio is, you know, it is, what do I call this? Do I call it a playground? Um, it's basically an AI playground where you can get to do a lot of things, right? You can, it's, or you typically call it a workshop where you can experiment with um, advanced Google AI models, and without needing to be a programmer yourself, right? So you can do a bunch of things there. It helps you take your idea from what you have in your head to either a custom chatbot or a product or a simple app, and see if it works before you want to put in your money to start writing lines of code. So you can see that it has a bunch of things you can do. Let me just set up. Let me set up this. So you can see it has a bunch of things you can do. You can test out the most advanced and newest model. So let me just make this way. We can close this guy and open it later. You can build a chatbot agent and you can code with Gemini 3. You can also create and edit images with Nano Banana. You can also generate videos with video generation models. You can explore text to speech. You can also you can have access to voice and video APIs. Right. And just like it says, we can start building from here. And this is what I genuinely want us to do, our abilities to build. And that I think would really put a lot of things into perspective. So just give me a second while I provide access to credits. So if you're on the call, please share your email address so you can have access to credits. Yes. Please click on the link. It's pinned in the chat. Right. So click on it. Guys, just give me a second and I'll be. All right. So please also let me know if you have gotten access to credits. I've just added folks to having access to the credits. So please let me know if you have access to it. Yeah. So today, what we're going to do is we will think up an idea and we will now try to get to walk through this idea. So there's something I did. I used Gemini. I used Gemini to see over here. I used Gemini to, where did I do that? You shit. Okay, let me see. All right, here it is. So I used Gemini here to basically, put in a prompt and say that I want to build fast with Google and AI services. The ultimate goal is to ship a product, and you'll be the guide from ideation and deployment, shipping and marketing. Yeah, so start me from beginning where I ship a product. So guys, starting from today's session, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be shipping. Yeah, all right, nice. Thank you. Starting from today, we're going to create prototypes of our products, and then we're going to go from there to see if it makes sense, and then see if we can take it from where it is. And yeah. Also, we can, if you have anti-gravity, right? I would also encourage you open that. That's another one we can use. If you have anti-gravity, you can also start with that. I have anti-gravity coming up. That's also what we can use. So our agent-based IDE. So that's what we would use here. So we have AI Studio, we have anti-gravity and all. So here, one of the first things that will make a lot of sense is our ideation, the first phase of it. Now, what makes it pretty interesting is how you can go from an idea to validation. However, your idea has to be what solves the problem. And I'll read this verbatim, right, from here. So here it says, find the pain, look for a task that takes people hours, but could take seconds with AI, e.g., summarizing long legal documents, turning spreadsheets into stories, or an automated tutor for a specific product. And for me, I thought about an automated tutor for data science. And so this is just what it is. Now, second, here, the one future rule. Your first version should do one thing exceptionally well. Don't build a Swiss Army knife, just build a sharp scalpel. So I think that's the one thing that I feel we can do. Now, the next part of the phase 2 is building. So what we're going to do here, so it suggests that we'll use Google AI Studios to test our ideas. It is the fastest way to play with Gemini without setting up complex environments. So this is the fastest way we can set this up. So we can use that with the Google AI Studio. So how do we use it? We are going to write a prompt, the instruction for the AI and the interface. And once the AI behaves how you want, you can click Get Code. And then you can select Python to get the script you need for your app. Then we'll go on to the phase 3 of it. Oh, okay. Thanks, Zamkara. Thanks for sharing. Then we go on to building the body, which is the web app. You need a way for users to interact with your brain. And since we want to move fast, we use Python and a framework that handles the visual part for you. So basically what we want to do is we can have that. And finally, we can deploy where we, so here what we're going to do is we take your app from laptop to the internet, and we want it to be serverless, meaning you only pay for what people actually use when they use the app. So this is a service we're going to use. Now, why this works, you give Google Cloud your code, it wraps it up in a container or just the source code, and step by step, it has it set up. So, right. So this is what we're going to do. Then eventually you get to select your region, and within minutes you're live. And the final part of it is shipping and marketing, right? So right after you hit your deploy, right, the next thing you want to do is get your first user. And so for instance, you can do a demo, record a minute of the video of your app solving the problem. People don't buy AI services, they buy time saved. I think this is classy, basically. It's some marketing gimmick here. Not a marketing gimmick, it's a marketing game or knowledge. Then the Launchpad posts your link on anywhere and then get feedback, right? So you can also use Google Analytics for Firebase to see what buttons people are clicking, if they are stuck, so you fix. So typically, our fast build tech stack is going to be the logic, which is via AI Studio. Then next is, fast to write, best AI libraries. Then we get ourselves an interface, and then we see if we can host it. So this is basically what we are looking to do. This is one. Now, you want to ask me, why should we build? I know building basically brings out the learner in you, because you're going to get stuck, it's going to get difficult, and when you start to go through the motion, you're going to learn a lot. On the other end, building something that people get to use is also a very grand stuff. It's like you're changing the lives. We spend our lives doing a lot of stuff. Daniel says, can the class be recorded? Yes, the class is being recorded. Okay, I did not share. This session is This session is live. So let me share the link to you. Just should you have something else you're doing, the session is live, and let me share the link to my Google channel, my YouTube channel, and please like, subscribe, and so you can work with us. So I'll share this link. Please check out my YouTube channel. That's where we have it. So yes, it is recorded, and here is it. So please, Daniel, you can go there, check it out, like, subscribe, check out their other sessions there, and you can also share with other folks. I can see Vera on the call. Vera, please let me know if you have added your email address in the chat so you can have access to the Google Cloud credits. Right. So guys, so you can see that we have 5 things we want to do. And guys, look, I'm buzzing to do this. Why? I genuinely want to build something. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to go over to AI Studio, and then we have an instruction part here. You can see where they say start building, right? And once we click the start building, we have access to describe an app and let Gemini do that for you. That's the build part. There's also a playground, right? You can see that in my playground, I have stuff I have done before. And I can do stuff in my playground where that works. So I don't know, what do we do? Do we try stuff out in our playground? Or we can try stuff out in our playground, and we can also decide on how we can do it. So what I have done is, now this is something I tried to do. So I created a Gemini chat that is called my prompt generator. So it's a chatbot that creates my prompts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use both of them. So I'm going to open here, and this AI agent here, I am going to add a workspace here. I'm going to add a new workspace. No, not a remote workspace. I'm going to, let me see. Hold on, why do I get confused? Typically, I'm supposed to start a new conversation, which is it. I could create a workspace. Did I use that to create a workspace? I have a bunch of workspaces set up here. Which one do I want to use? Okay, let me create a new workspace in project here. Now it's in both of this, and I'm in these two. I'm going to use both of them to set what I want to set up. Now here, I can do a bunch of things. I can, in my playground here, I can set up stuff in my playground on how I want to get started. So I'll start the prompt to see what our model can do. And so I'm going to where is that? Let me go to my prompt generator and see, yes, I have a prompt. First thing I will do is I will go to the system instruction. Right. I'm going to go into my AI Studio, and in my system instruction over here, right, I can give it a title, and for it to act as I'll tell it to, I'll call this product architect. So guys, like if it feels like let me call it a product architect, yes, then I'm going to give it my tone of what I want it to do. I will tell it that I'm going to copy this and tell it everything I want to do. You're going to see it. So this is what it's going to be. I'll tell it that you're an expert educational product designer and a data science architect. Your goal is to design a data science learning platform. Core philosophy: never teach a data science concept in isolation. Every learning must integrate three pillars: the core concept, engineering skills, cloud infrastructure. Right. So that's what I have set up here. Right. So and then I am now going to go in here and I am going to copy this. So what I did here is, just so we read this, I say I want to build a learning platform that helps students learn data science and all related under the hood skill simultaneously. Provide a detailed roadmap for the first 5 learning missions. For each mission includes the mission, data science skill, coding and engineering, cloud data skill, and what is the tangible project they can have for their portfolio. Finally, suggest a tech stack for building this platform that is beginner friendly but scales well on the Google Cloud. And then I run. Right, so let me close this up so that we can see what we're doing. Right. Now, while this is going on, I'm going to move over here and I'm going to still paste the same thing here. Right. And I'll hit this thing to get started. Right. So the whole idea is for me to, oh wait, this version of anti-gravity, please upgrade to receive the latest features. Okay. Okay, let me restart this. Oh wow, look at that. I just knew that that was a thing. I saw that, but I never really thought it is. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. So this is a visionary approach to data science education. The industry is moving away from notebook-only data science towards full-stack data practitioner who can build, deploy, and scale their own models. Here is a roadmap for the first 5 learning mission of a platform designed with holistic trinity, a concept clause. So the first is the green energy baseline. So it analyzed real time. What was this? But then 5 schedule drops now. Okay. Mission analyze. Okay. 2 customer polls. Okay. Dynamic pricing. Now, the suggested stacks are, we're going to have a front end, which is the student's experience, the back end, which is the brain, the data layer, which is an application, which is cloud store, and infrastructure hosting, and why this works. Right. So right, by the end of the mission, students aren't just, yeah. So which is really great. So hopefully this comes back. Now we have this set up. So let me see what's going to be. Sorry guys, the yes, anti-gravity is back. So let it just get up. So basically this is what we have going on. And with our playground already, this, yeah. So you can, with this, we can see what our model can do, right? And I think the model basically says, well, it says by the end of your mission, your students aren't just people who know Python. Now, the next thing is we need to build on this, right? So we've used Google AI Studio to test our ideas, and it's the fastest way. So first off, we'll write our prompts. And once the AI behaves the way we want, we can click the Get Code button. So with this, where are we? This should be over here. So let me see, we get code button, and this is basically this. Now, to run this code, you need to install the following dependencies. And this is basically what it gets to do for what we want it to do. So this is it. This is generally what this is going to be doing. And now while that's going on, right, then I go over to anti-gravity. I think last time we introduced that in a project, this was this. This version of, okay, but let me see. It's not going to tell me that. And so that this is one way we have what we have going on. So, all right, what's going on? You can prompt the model to try again. So what's this? Due to error, which error? Terminated due to error. Let's retry. Or what I could do is I could also change the model it's working with. So that's one side of it. And so it will continue. Why am I having this? Okay, let me change this. Maybe I could go to Gemini Flash 3 and I'll retry. What's so interesting about this? Okay, we begin to have, you can prompt the model to try again and start a new conversation. Oh, why are we having this? What's the error? Find answers in our docs. Why are we having that? Our agent terminated due to an error. Why is that? Hold for 13 seconds. Try it again. So we're trying it again. All right. But then let's leave that guy on the side. We'll find out what's wrong with that. All right. So what we have now is we have gotten code. Let's get to the next part. Now select Python to get a script. This is the third. You might need a way for users to interact with this, and you typically want to have it built. Now there's an interesting place I saw here, which is one, is also this build area, right? And describe an app and let Gemini do the rest. And I also want to come over here. I want to build a learning platform. And then here, I don't want it to suggest a stack. I want it to build it. So let me see. I don't want it to. I want to. Yeah. And so we are now here. So I want to build this learning platform, and I don't want it to do this. I want to say, I don't want to provide a detailed roadmap for, wait, let's see. I want to build a learning platform that helps students learn data science. Yes. Please provide a detailed roadmap for the first learning. Yes. Okay. Let me do this. For each mission, include, yeah, the mission real world. So this is what I want to do. Let me see if, let me click on this. Right. Allow. All right, so introducing the edit to customize your app, what it looks like, and by drawing from the previews and also next, customize your app image, upload your images and all. So basically, so we can do a bunch of things. We can, if while this is working at the back end, this is a preview of what it is. We can select designs. Do I want to select curriculum? Maybe. Let me just see. Can I select this design? So basically what I want is I'm doing this off my head and like breaking just trying stuff out, right? And because I'm going to try stuff out as long as I just get something happening. And the interesting part about it is to just try stuff and see what's going on, right? And also we have all this going on and it's running. You can see what's going on here. It's a preview of what's going on in here. You can see that this is going on here. Now, guys, what am I trying to do here? I just want us to have an opportunity to try out a lot of stuff. It looks all over the place at this point, but the idea is for us to build out stuff. Again, also, it's just the audacity to do something with it and then go through all the processes of ensuring this. What does the app look like? Does it make sense? And all, you try it out. And also the fact that we can also follow, all this. Typically, it told us what the app could do. And I went on to build the body of this. So I just went straight to the build part of things and clicked on it while it's already doing what it has to do. Yes. Yeah, look at that. Integrated learning protocol. Oh, a prestigious curriculum designed to bridge the gap. It's applied like a dark screen stuff to it. Let me see. Let me look at it on the full screen. Okay. So I think there's still a progress. Looks like, let me see if this is, yeah, advance your practice. Isn't that interesting? Right. So, I mean, this is it. We have the code for which we had all this going on. We have looked at this first part. It's called this Nexus.ds. Is there a curriculum side to it? There's curriculum, there's archive, there's a portal access, and all. There's operational foundation. Yeah. So now the next thing we want to do. So he says there's a few things: add mission progress indicators. I think this is that a mission progress indicator? Let me see. So we can see that Nexus DS platform has been successfully transformed into a prestigious editorial style learning environment using Dark Team. Right. Now the platform now presents daily science as a rigorous engineering discipline. Right. So basically what we have here is just saying, okay, this is what we have going on. Right. So this is the first part. Are there any other things we want to do? Can we go on and publish it? What does publishing look like? What does publishing look like? Your chat history, your code will stay private. Your app will be processed via a public URL. So let's see what that looks like. We have by publishing, you acknowledge consent to the Google Cloud platform before launching to real customer. Verify your app's external software dependencies. So let's see. So they're building the app. Right. I've got to tell you at this point, I'm genuinely just saying, look, just try stuff. And I feel like what I'm doing at this point is I'm going to go through a whole lot where we might typically have to look at our app and say, okay, right, does this even work? Or do we do some design changes? So when I click on this, I put this here and then see, this is what we have. Nexus DS, Nexus.data science, engineering first intelligence. Really interesting stuff. Yes. And look at that. So we have all the different areas in it where we'll be learning stuff. There's supposed to be the curriculum area where we have, and I feel like there's a lot that needs to go into your app is published and all. So we can also go to advanced settings, and in the advanced settings, we would go and check out a bunch of stuff that's happening from our services, right? Now, there's a bunch of things that this is it. You can see it. I'll drop the link. Yes, I'll drop the link here. I feel like there's a lot that needs to happen. So once people start to check it out, there's no there is nothing. It's from here. You guys can check it out. Let me see a bunch of things. Okay. So let me open up this. So there's a code. There's a preview. There's the preview. We can do a selected device. And this preview, we can even see what it looks like if it was on a mobile setup. Right. Now, we typically just have all this going on here. So I think what I just have to do is to read up generally on what we have here, on what we have done, right? The actions to take. I've built it, a polished engineering first data science learning. The application features a high-end mission control interface that lays out strategic roadmap with a focus on real-world engineering. You have 5 roadmaps and all, so you can see. And also, if you guys start to check it out, let me know, Zamikaya, let me know what you think with that. And yeah. So this is my first go at it. This is what it looked like if I was it's going to be on a mobile phone. And this, oh, you were able to see that, right? Nice. So there's still a lot to work on. So this is just the first part of it. I think for once, I want to like do some kind of a review on this, which would be it could be a bunch of things. Maybe I probably want to look at it. So I was a bit late. Help me with the YouTube link. It's pinned in the chat, Ivan. Check out in the chat. Do you see anything pinned in the chat? If you don't, I'll copy it again. Just look to see if there's anything pinned in the chat. All right, guys, look, this is the first part of it, right? There's a lot that needs to go in through it because there's a lot that needs to go on in this building process. But what I think we should do, Ivan, I just pasted the I just pasted it in the chat. Ivan, also let me know if you have access to our if you have access to the credits. There were some shared credits. Um, so we just have just 6 people have used credits. So right. Okay, please drop your email address and we can have that. So guys, what we have done is we have had this set up. The next, we could do a bunch of things. I can choose to make changes. So over here, I can choose to change the I can choose to change the fonts. All right, lovely. I can choose to change the fonts. So I'll be looking through this all through the week to look at a bunch of things. I'll be looking at this all through the week to change a bunch of things. But yes, part of what I want to do is to ensure that there's a lot that I can pick up from this, and then eventually have something that is working. So please click on the link, Ivan, to claim your credits. Guys, look, I want you to try this out yourselves, AI Studio. Ivan, there's a link over there, and then tell me what you guys were able to come up to. But remember, guys, this is just the beginning. I have to make if a lot of some things to it. I have to make changes. I want to. I'd like to take it from where it is at the moment to till it becomes something really that works. So yeah, it's something that works. Maybe you want to populate the curriculum. Want to change the name from Nexus DS to something else. You know, I'll just keep iterating and then making changes, and then I'll be sharing all the changes that's going on just for folks to see how that is. And so yeah, I'll keep doing that until we have something really interesting with it. So guys, that is all we have for today's session. You see the way it starts all chaotic, then I would keep working on it until we make some sense out of it, and who knows, something comes out of it. All right, guys. So thank you so much for this. Please let me know, Ivan, have you gotten access to the credits? If you have, let me also know. Also, yeah. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to share. In the absence of any question, all right. All right, then, guys. Do take care. Enjoy the rest of your week.